I would say our goals on the men's side would be to win the conference championship this year. Finishing second kind of left a sour taste in our mouth, although we did come back 2 weeks later and finish third, beating out all the conference schools at the regional championship. We do want to focus a little bit more on us and kind of what we're doing as opposed to what everybody else is doing. So we want to make sure that we put ourselves in a good position to be competitive in this conference, competitive in the region, and then if we're lucky enough to make it to the national championship, make sure that we establish ourselves a little bit better than we did last year. On the women's side, coming away with our first regional championship last year was great. Finishing second, again, was a little bit tough for us knowing what we had. So we want to do better at conference. We want to try and maintain that first place finish at the regional championship. And then last year's finish at nationals was fantastic, placing 21st, a program best. We will just want to try and expand on that and hopefully push into the top 15 at the national championships. Yeah, so on the men's side, as far as returners, we have a smaller group of returners, Tig McGinty, Joshua Sickinger, Tyler Pantley, and then some other sophomores that I think can definitely help. Ethan and Hunter both hopefully making some impacts this year as they had great track seasons. As far as incomers go, this is probably the biggest incoming class we've had and arguably the best incoming class we've had since 2015 when we won the conference championship and regional championship. We have 3 transfers coming in. Shane, Sean, and Blake, all of whom I expect to be really big contributors. We have 2 freshmen that I expect to be immediate contributors in Noah and Clem. And then another dark horse that I think people aren't quite ready for and hopefully will give us kind of the edge we need in Mason, another local Florida guy here. On the women's side, we lost a big group of seniors. Impactful seniors, from our top 5. So that's obviously hard to replace, but with our returners and Alyssa Bailiff, who had an outstanding track season last year, Laura Tobin, who had another great track season, even though she was kind of sick for most of it, Noemi, Heidi, I think all those girls, our seniors, are going to help us contribute at a high level. And then I'm expecting our incomers to do very well also. Ashley, Aoife, and Georgia, I fully expect them to make an impact right away. And then we have another dark horse on the women's side, Isabella. I think if we can bring her along and help increase her volume, I think she's going to be pretty good for us. Obviously, the first one, you want to be able to get it out of the way. So September 1st, we head over to Lakeland. Most of the conference schools are going there as well. So it'll give us a good indication of kind of where we sit. I know we won't be fully ready for that first meet. Typically that's just kind of shake off the rust from the spring or from last fall and kind of get an idea of where we're fitting within the conference. The next meet for us is probably going to be Paul Short at the end of September. We're doing less meets this year, but trying to highlight those specific meets for us to peak and run the best we can at those meets. So Paul Short would definitely be a national championship one or a national championship feel. And then the conference championship at the end of the season, just trying to make sure we're ready and fit at that point.